Alright, good morning guys, and welcome to another episode. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is where the adventure begins. The Outback Way. We have 1100 kilometres. At the end of this episode we'll reach Uluru. Hundreds of k's of dirt road and corrugations, the Great Central Road. Got extra fuel, got 60 litres of jerry cans because we spoke to a couple at the Laverton caravan park last night, and they were saying that along the way fuel was like $3.50 a litre.
Yeah, something like that.
And here it's $2.17 a litre, so we'll save ourselves $60, something like that. They reckon the road was pretty rough in some sections, you know, a few hundred k's of like severe corrugations, so sounds like fun to me. Yeah, 1100 k's, Uluru is our destination, which is just out of Uluru,
yeah.
20 k's from Uluru, so that's where we'll end up. A couple of overnight stops. We're going to take our time, 3 days of driving, 2 overnight stops, just free camps on the side of the road. You ready? You excited?
Yeah, it's going to be good.
All right, let's go. I almost had to Mick Dundee that one. Get him out the middle of the road. Okay, so the corrugations aren't super bad yet. We've been on the gravel for about 100 k's, I suppose, something like that. There's been some real rough sections. We just pulled over. Everyone wanted to jump out, stretch their legs. I emptied 20 litre jerry can into the car. Better to have it in the vehicle than just sitting in the jerry can, right? I'm just going to knock a little bit of pressure out of the wheels as well, just to make things a little bit more comfortable. But the suspension setup in the Cruise is fabulous. Like, it's not uncomfortable at all, but just to make it just ride a little bit smoother, just going to take them down to, I don't know, 25, 30, somewhere around there. And then we'll be back on the road again. So it would appear that someone doesn't mind the corrugations. Oh, so you moved just so it didn't look like you were sleeping. She was catching flies. Alright, 300 k's out of Laverton, we come across this little roadhouse called, we'll put it down the bottom, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. No, I'm not even going to try. So it's going to stretch your legs, go in, have a look. Apparently they've got some artworks in there. And on the other side of the road there's some sort of rock features that look like animals. Good excuse to get out, stretch your legs, have a wee, make sure everything's still strapped down. I'll jump up and I'll check the spare tyre and the jerry can and the high lift jack, all that stuff, kick the tyres and make sure everything's still secure. The fella in the Roadhouse just said Chukayela is how it's pronounced. Anyway, no artwork in there, but got this awesome new shirt. Show you the back in a sec. The most remote roadhouse in Australia. Pretty cool, I reckon. Young Camo got one too. Might take a little bit of growing into. They didn't have children's sizes, but you got the smallest one you could get. You like it?
Yep. Looks
pretty cool, mate. Just in case you're wondering, $3.40 per litre of diesel. Yeah, well, I guess that's what you pay for the most remote roadhouse in Australia. Anyway, we can make the next town, especially with the jerrys that we got. We'll go and check out these rock formations on the other side of the highway, and we'll keep going. So old mate in there was telling us about 340 k's from where we are now is a really magic little free camp spot. Did he give you? He didn't give you the name, did he?
He didn't say there was a name.
So yeah, we're going to go and try and make that. I mean, it's already quite late in the day. What is it? 1:30. Another 340 k's on these kind of roads. It's probably going to take us another 5 hours. But as Miranda said, we've got nothing else to do. So we might as well, hey?
Yeah.
It's not like we got tours booked or anything like that. It's something that we want to go and check out before we move on again the next day. It's just an overnight stop and then carry on again. Well, that was the mother lode right there, guys. Dotted all along this Great Central Road. There's just cars overturned and wrecks and ruins all over the place, burnt out. We got up to 100. Other kids were counting. The tally.
106.
106 we got up to. How many do you reckon was there? It was probably about 30, just in the one spot there.
The zoo.
Oh, the zoo, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just pulled off the road. Oh, there's even more over there. Some old falcons up there. Huh. Alright, let's find these rocks, eh? So if you've got a good imagination, we reckon that one's an elephant.
Yeah, I reckon you can see it.
I think that one looks like kind of like a lizard.
What are you doing? Got 340 k's of corrugations to get to our campsite tonight.
Stop getting me out of the car to film.
What? What are you talking about? You're breaking the illusion, you can't say that. I just pulled over briefly, stretched the legs, let the kids have a pee. We've actually had our first breakage. The Anderson plug for the, that's the Anderson plug to charge the camper batteries while we're driving. So obviously that's come disconnected somehow while we're driving. It was definitely pushed in all the way. Always make sure that it's in properly, but yeah, it's absolutely shredded. So Lord knows how long that's been bouncing along the gravel for. I'm not going to repair it now, I'm just going to tie it up. The batteries are at 90% anyway, so I don't have a hydraulic crimper on me. I've just got a mechanical one. I don't know if that's going to be good enough to be able to crimp these. If it's not, I'm just going to solder it on. I've got replacement Anderson plugs anyway and terminals and whatnot, so I'll repair that when we get to camp this evening. So no biggie, all the lights and everything work. The trailer plug's still connected. That's not an issue. It's just the Anderson plug for charging the batteries while we're on the go. Hello, him. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Take
That didn't look real. I was like, oh, there's a statue of a camel. No, no, it's a real one. Huh. How's this landscape though, hey? It's absolutely beautiful.
That explains why there's a camel on our t-shirts.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Camel on your shirt. Camel in the outback. Yeah, we just had a little bit of a downpour of rain. So there's no dust being kicked up off the road anymore, which is nice, but yeah, we're pretty red and dusty and dirty and muddy. Oh, that camel is so good.
He's a one humper.
Yeah.
It's a one hump. Early. It's a one hump camel.
Yeah, he's a one hump.
What do you think of that?
That's cool.
Well, we disturbed his dinner, didn't we? He's walking away from us now.
That's really cool.
Do you want to walk up to him?
No.
Why?
No, don't. Because what if he gets aggressive?
His lips go all floppy when he's eating.
See you, buddy.
Oh.
Bit of a traffic jam going on here. That's really cool. I was hoping we'd see some camels. I didn't realise we'd see so many just on our first day as well. So cool.
So a little bit of a later day than we expected. We actually drove through a time zone, so we had to add an hour and a half to the clock. It's now 7:30, but really it's only 5 o'clock as far as we're concerned. But obviously not much light left in the day. We got here quite late, but 625 k's from Laverton, this rest stop. So it was a pretty big day. It's about 10 hours of driving. But what it does mean is we're only going to have one overnight stop to make it to Uluru, so we're going to be checking in a little bit earlier, by a whole day in fact. So I think tomorrow to Uluru, Miranda, you were saying it was about 450 k's, so it's a couple of hours less driving than what we've already done today. So anyway, just pulled in, get all the dust off the camper, set it up, have some lunch, dinner, have some dinner, and off to bed early. And we're going to hopefully get up early tomorrow because at the Giles Weather Station they release a balloon at 8:45. I think it's 8:45 or 8:30 every morning, and also 12 hours later in the evening. So we're hoping to get up early enough and make it there for the balloon release, which means that we need to be on the road, guys, by about 7 o'clock. Right, let's set up. Anderson plug repair complete. I had bugs, I had a spare Anderson plug with the terminals. I thought I had a couple, but I've only got the one, so I'll have to stock up next time I come across some, because I haven't got any spare terminals left. I got the plastic casing, it's just not in the terminals. Didn't have to start up the inverter for the soldering iron. I got the most cheapest basic pair of crimpers you can get, and it turns out that with enough effort, your entire body weight on the Anderson plug terminals, that'll do the trick. And cable tie, that'll stop it coming loose on those corrugations and having another disaster. But anyway, we're at 90%, batteries are fine. So I'm going to get out of these bugs and have my dinner. Good night, see you tomorrow.
Good morning. We're just about to head off. It's just before 7 o'clock Australian Central Time. There is a time difference apparently between the campsite where we're at and then the Giles Weather Station. It's like an hour and a half. It's all a little bit confusing at the minute. So hopefully we get there for the right time. We're just leaving the free camp. It was called Yarla Kajara. I hope I've pronounced that right. But there's a board here and it explains that the local people from Warburton and Wanyar communities built it, and on the toilets and the shelter that they have here, they've painted their stories that have been passed down through the generations. So it's really interesting. So there are toilets here as well. Free camp. You can only stay 2 nights, I think it said here. Yeah, 1 or 2 nights. But yeah, and there's shelter. You can have your fires. There's some fire rings. The bugs are very friendly. But anyways, we better hit the road. So hopefully we can make this balloon release and make it all worthwhile getting up nice and early. But yeah, beautiful little spot if you are on the central road here and you are looking for somewhere to stay.
Just had to slam on the brakes for the camels. Now we've got dingoes on the road too. Hey buddy. Hi. Oh hello. Hey. Hey. That's the first wild dingo I've ever seen, eh? Giles Weather Station balloon launch. There's a special little balloon launcher machine there. That's going to be cool, guys. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Someone painted the satellite.
Oh, here it goes. Yeah, I guess it's a safety thing.
Whoa.
Hey, that's cool. Didn't take off as fast as I thought it would.
Thought it'd be like a rocket.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see every day. I was expecting it to be white.
Same.
I was expecting it to take off really fast.
Yeah. Oh, that was neat. Did you like that?
Yeah.
As the lady who launched it looked like she was wearing like a hazchem suit.
I know.
You know, like the
yeah,
like the radiation. Just like, what's going on there? Because you're not allowed in there anymore. They used to do tours and there's a museum and stuff, but I don't know why you can't. Probably COVID.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, should we have suits on?
Yeah. It's like, what kind of experiments are they conducting in there? It's like like the old school radiation suits that you saw the people at Chernobyl wearing.
Yeah.
That's what she looked like. She gave us a thumbs up and let us know the balloon was heading out though.
Yeah, that was cool.
Wow. Hey.
It looks so small. Can't even see the string.
Every now and then you can see it glinting in the sun.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Alright.
I'm glad we made that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we just had an encounter with a lady in the radiation suit. She was lovely. Apparently the museum is still open. So we're actually parked out the front of the weather station. You're not allowed in there, but we can go into the public car park and go from there.
Yeah, we'll go and have a look.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go check it out. That's a neat little building. Just some little newspaper clippings and articles and artifacts talking about the history and showing some of the old instruments that they used to use at the weather station. Yeah, it was just a tiny little room, like a little self-guided sort of tour, basically. Yeah, that was real cool little stop. I'm glad we came here. So when you come off the main road, you can turn right, which will take you to the Warrakuna Roadhouse. Turn left to head up to the weather station. Go past your first turn on the right and you can just sort of park on the road to watch the weather balloon being released, and then turn around, come back, take that will now be a left-hand turn, bit of a dirt track. It's not the best road, but that basically brings you up to the visitors car park of the Giles Meteorological Weather Station. Come check it out.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I know it's corny, but officially out of WA into the NT. Here we go. Welcome to the Northern Territory.
It went from gravel to road.
We made it.
Well, the Robbo's made it to the NT. Hundreds and hundreds of kilometres of gravel, corrugations, dirt, not a problem. Other than a tiny bit of dust into some of the cabinets. But you're gonna get that, I suppose. I should have redone the silicone before we left. I ran out of time. Anyway, we reach Uluru in a few hours, guys. Wow, Yulara. We'll be able to see Uluru. 20 k's away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Another outback traffic jam going on. Howdy. That's okay, buddy. We'll go around, okay?
This road's got a speed limit of 110 and these guys are just hanging out in the middle of it. So we're only 10 k's into the Northern Territory and there's this awesome little free camp called Docker River. And we're not staying here, we're continuing on. We're booked into Yulara a night early because we're making really good time. So we've still got another couple of 100 k's to go, but we just wanted to pull in and check it out. There's a little lookout up here as well. We're gonna go and check it out. Wow. Woo, Marilyn!
Yeah, bad day to pick to wear a dress. That's pretty. Wow.
It's nice, isn't it? A little point of interest on the way, Lassiter's Cave. I was just reading the board. Harold Lassiter, I think his name was. He supposedly discovered a gold reef in the outback. And he came out to re-find it and couldn't find it, and he died not far from here. Basically ran out of supplies, I suppose, and water, and yeah, perished in the outback heat. Never did re-find that gold claim, and there's a bit of a bit controversial. Some people still look for it, some people think it was all made up. But anyway, we'll go and check out his cave, eh?
Yeah.
This is where he took his final breath, eh? Mr. Lassiter. Oh, there's a bunch of wasps in here. I mean, it's a nice shady spot, but if you got no water, it doesn't matter, does it? Cool.
Yeah.
Just makes you wonder also, like over the thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of years of people inhabiting Australia, how many people have actually slept in there or camped out in there over the millennia?
I suppose if there's river,
Yeah, well, I mean, you got
going.
the river right here. Got the cave there to keep you safe and secure. It'd be cool to be camped in there and have all the water flowing down here.
Maybe pretty.
Yeah. Anyway, is that it?
Yeah.
And that's it. Lunchtime, hit the road. I swear, I've said it before. Next destination, Yulara. Miranda keeps going, oh, if we just pull over here, there's Lassiter's Cave. Oh, if we just pull over here, there's Docker River. Oh, if you just pull over here, there's a plaque in a tree. I'm not joking about that one either.
So we're about 30 k's away from the Augurs and we've just started to get the view of them. They look incredible. I can only imagine what they look like up close if they look that big from... They are impressive. You can't help but just stare at them, hey? They're just...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got to concentrate on the road, obviously, but I do find myself just looking at them and going, oh.
No, they're just breathtaking. Really cool. Can't wait to go and explore in amongst them.
Alright guys, so we've just come to the turn off, left to Uluru, right to Uluru. There it is. Believe it or not, that's 15 kilometers away. And it looks impressive as hell. Right, so we're gonna get to Uluru, we're gonna set up. This will be the end of this episode. Next episode, we're gonna explore the area, Uluru, the Olgas. Miranda's father and auntie are coming along as well, and her brother, her cousin David, they're gonna join us for our time here. So thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Catch you in the next one.